Happy Sabbath. This is Pastor Wentland Paul bringing you another voice note. We affirm faith and we celebrate critical Christian thinking. This morning's topic, the Cosmic Courtroom. The Cosmic Courtroom. The setting, a calm, beautiful overlook of the freshwater lake near Morne National Park, Dominica. The sound of water gently lapping the shore is audible. Contemporary guy, early 20s, dressed in light athletic wear, scrolling through his tablet. And Bible guy, another character, older, relaxed, demeanor, holding a sandwich and a well-worn out Bible in his hand. The two characters ponder and take in the scenery. Contemporary guy sighs, putting his tablet down. Man, look at this view, Bible guy. Perfectly calm. You almost forgot that there is any conflict in the world. I was just reading about this massive corporate lawsuit, billions at stake. And it's all about the intricate legal technicalities. Who wrote the contract first? What exactly did the footnote say? Bible guy takes a slow bite, nodding towards the lake. The water is peaceful, yes, but the spiritual battlefield is never calm, my friend. Your corporate courtroom is just a shadow of the real one. I was just meditating on the greatest legal drama of all time, the one where the stakes are eternal. Contemporary guy. The greatest legal drama? You mean the devil's brief versus the lamb's verdict? Bible guy. Precisely. In the court of heaven, two attorneys never rest. One is the accuser, who is earthbound, Satan, the original prosecutor, consistently filing charges against humanity. The other is the advocate before the throne of God, Jesus Christ, the Lamb, was slain. And here's the kicker. Both use legal technicality. Both quote the law with precision, but one wills it to destroy and the other to deliver. Let's look at the technicality and the precision without pity. And that's the devil's approach. Contemporary guy, that's fascinating, a fascinating take. So the devil isn't just some ignorant brute. He is a legal mastermind, Bible guy, the most cunning lawyer ever. The accuser never lies outright. Contemporary guy, that's his tactic. He doesn't need to. He quotes your failures verbatim. Think about it. In Eden, he didn't say God is a liar. He asked, did God actually say? He misquoted the command and twisted God's motive, making obedience look like oppression. In the wilderness, he didn't attack Jesus directly. He tried to trap him by quoting Psalm 91. He shall give his angels charge over you, but completely out of context, demanding Jesus misuse his power. When the Pharisees brought the woman caught in adultery, that was their move. The law says stone her. They cited Leviticus 20:10, a genuine technicality of the law to force a verdict of death and remove any possibility of mercy. Contemporary guy, so his method is precision without pity. He takes what is factually true, we are born sinners, and frames it in a way that makes God's grace look like cheating. Bible guy. Exactly. He stands there and says, the law says death. They are born sinners, therefore condemned. He doesn't even need to attack the cross directly. He redefines it, saying, that's a loophole, a forensic trick. Forgiveness without transformation. You cannot have justice and mercy. Therefore, God's character is flawed. Contemporary guy, making mercy look like malpractice. That's cold. Jesus' technicality, precision with power. Bible guy now enters the advocate. He doesn't ignore the law. He enters it, nails, thorns, and all. His strategy isn't to abolish the law, but to fulfill it and reveal its divine purpose. When they tried to trap him with taxes to Caesar, he didn't just give us political answer. He held up the coin and asked, whose image is this? Use the technical inscription on the coin to expose their hypocrisy. Give to Caesar what is Caesar's and to God what is God's. With the woman caught in adultery, he didn't say the law is wrong. He simply said, let the sinless cast the first stone. Use the law's own demand for perfection to reveal the hearts of the accusers and bring conviction to their souls. Regarding the Sabbath, he cited Hosea 6:6, I desire mercy, not sacrifice. He used a technical code from the Old Testament to restore the law's purpose, love over legalistic ritual. Contemporary guy. Okay, so Jesus' method is precision with power, the power to change the narrative from guilt to justification. Bible guy, yes, he takes what is broken, our record, and redeems it with his blood. His final argument is simple yet unbeatable. The law says, death, I die, therefore justify. He doesn't bypass justice, he becomes it. And it says in Romans 3:26, he is both the just and the justifier of the one who believes. Contemporary guy. The devil wants an audit, Jesus wants an acquittal. That makes the final confrontation at the cross so much more intense. The cross where technicalities collide. Bible guy. That's where the technicalities collide. At Calvary, the accuser thought he had his technical win. He saved others. Let him save himself. Roman law convicted him, and he was legally executed. Contemporary guy. But Jesus' counter move was, Father, forgive them. A technical surrender that was a strategic victory. Bible guy, exactly. He died fulfilling the law's demand for death, and then 3 days later, the empty tomb sealed the case forever. The accusation was shredded. Colossians 2:15 says, he disarms rulers and authorities and triumphed over them by the cross. The devil's own legal weapon, the law condemning sin, became Jesus' victory parade. Climax, the investigative judgment, the final silence. Contemporary guy, but you mentioned the accuser refiles. What is this investigative judgment? I heard people talk about it. Bible guy, the accuser is persistent. He refiles on the basis of transformation. Okay, the cross forgave, but did it transform? Open the books, investigate the sins. If the charge isn't proven, the verdict is voided. Contemporary guy. So it's about whether grace worked in our lives. Bible guy. It is not doubt. Contemporary guy. It is display. Daniel 7:9-10 shows the scene, and I quote, the courtroom sits, the books are open. Unquote. It is heaven's displaying to the universe that Christ's justification is real. Bible guy's voice lowers, becoming dramatic. Picture the sin. The accuser points to your failures, still angry, still weak. Loophole. Christ simply opens his wounds. I peed, I sealed, I sanctify. The angels opened the book of life. Name written. Wentland Wadsworth Paul. Heart renewed. Grace worked. And the fruits of the Spirit are in evidence. Finally, the Father slams the gavel. Justified, sanctified, glorified. The cross was no loophole. It was love's final argument. Case closed. Accuser silenced. God is vindicated before the universe, and judgment given to the saints. Revelation 12:10-11 roars in the final verdict, and I quote, the authority of his Christ has come, for the accuser has been thrown down. They have conquered him by the blood of the Lamb, unquote. The investigative judgment is not a retrial. It is the glorious revelation that the Lamb's technicality, love wrapped in law, mercy married to justice, has turned rebels to royalty. The devil's brief is shredded. The Lamb's verdict stands. Grace reigns forever. Contemporary guy, quickly looking out at the water. Quietly, that is, looking out at the water. That's a powerful narrative. Bible guy, that's a powerful narrative. From a legal technicality to a cosmic victory, it means the biggest argument in the universe has already been won on our behalf. Bible guy responds, Amen and Amen. This is Pastor Wentland Paul bringing an end to Sabbath Voice Notes. I thank you very, very much.